You can see. All right. Shalom. Just checking if the stream is working. All right, perfect. All right, Shalom. We're the brothers from Great Millstone, West Palm Beach. And before we begin, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Yahweh being the name of Heavenly Father, meaning He is, He exists, He to be. Ba'in Hadash Shamnim, Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son, meaning He saves, He delivers. Rakakwadash, Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders, Great Millstone, never well. Peace and blessings to the elected nation of Israel. Back at it again with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. Lord willing, lessons edifying. I'm the brother Ottawa.
Brother Dash.
And just getting straight to it through the spirit, you know, there's two different pains for two different lifestyles. You got pain of discipline, and then you have the pain of pleasure. Okay? And with the pain of discipline, a lot of times, when it comes to discipline, it's a delayed gratification process. You go through the experience of pain and the suffering and the patience in the present, but in the long run, through the discipline and through the consistency and the endurance of the discipline, the results pay off and you experience the pleasure from that. But then you have pain and pleasure, which you might indulge in fleshly pleasures, things that are pleasing to the flesh, things that are pleasing to that weak nature, the right now, being in that YOLO mindset. And in the present moment, it might feel good, but in the long term, it's going to be a displeasure. It's going to be a pain, man. Okay? So in this truth, you have to understand that in this truth, you have to go through delayed gratification. You have to go through the pain of discipline, all right? And the pain of shedding off the flesh and staying consistent in good works, man. You know? Because 2/3 of our people, they want to go through pleasure right now, but that's why they're going to experience pain in the future. Like the Lord said in 1 Corinthians, matter of fact, I'll get it right here.
5 and 6.
I could get that too. I got you, bro.
I got it right here.
Okay.
It's First Timothy 5 and 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And that's how our people are living now. You know, they live in that quote unquote good life. You know, they living in pleasure. Are they're fulfilling their lust, you know, and adultery, you know, going out partying, living a quote unquote good life, you know, but they're living that good life, but in the meantime they're spiritually dead.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they're not really living. You see, because in the kingdom of heaven we're gonna be living life. We're gonna be living a good life, but we're also gonna be obeying the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to be keeping the law, statutes, commandments? You know, while we're living that good life, that's how you truly live. You know.
Yep. And that's a beautiful point, because that's why the Lord said unto them in Luke the 6th chapter. I'll get it real quick. Luke chapter 6 and verse 25. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, ye shall mourn and weep. You see? Okay, so a lot of people are in the house of feasting. They're in the house of mirth. They're full, all right? They're laughing. They're not weeping. They're not mourning. Okay, they're living it up in this present time. That's why soon to come, when all hell breaks loose, the roles are going to be flipped. The elect are going to be merry in abundance and be full, while 2/3 and the wicked are hungry and mourning, man. Because while the elect were going through the pain of discipline, hungering, mourning for righteousness' sake in the right now, 2/3 went through the wide gate. They lived it up. They lived in pleasures. They lived wanton. So now their pain from their pleasures is going to have to come in the latter end. That's why the Lord said, oh, that they were wise, that they would consider their latter end, man. The Lord spoke about Babylon in Isaiah 57, how Babylon didn't remember its latter end. That's why it did all this wickedness that it did in the present moment. But the latter end of it is that you're going to have to pay for all that, man. Because the Lord requireth that which is past. Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. So what you do right now in the present moment is going to dictate what your future looks like, man. So in the present moment, you're supposed to be walking uprightly. That way in the future, it pays off, man. you know. But right now, people want to live it up, live it in the flesh. And like the brother said, they're already dead while they're living, man. You know, because they're walking after the ways of death, walking after the carnality and the pleasures of the flesh. You know,
we had to do that candidate last week. He came in that spirit. You know, he was like, "Come on, guys, smile, laugh. You know, love each other." You know, he was in that same spirit, like I said in Luke. You know, woe to them that laugh now. You know, because we're in a spirit of sighing and crying unto Yahweh Shema Shah, because we're not comfortable, or what's a better word? We're not content with the state that the world is in now. You know, so of course we laugh and we smile. You know, but that's not our full spirit. You know, we're not in that house of mirth and that house of feasting. You know, you know, because it says, like I said, the one that you just read, woe to them that laugh now, so you shall weep and mourn. So the roles are they're going to reverse. In the time of Jacob's trouble, these people that is laughing in that mirth spirit, they're going to be weeping and mourning and crying. You know, they're going to be in the spirit that we're in now.
Yep.
But the spirit that these people are in now, we're going to be in that spirit.
Yep. 2 Ezra 2:27, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
Right, have merry and have abundance. Because the Lord, He's going to, of course, we're going to go through hardships in the time of trouble, but the Lord is going to give us resources that we need. He's going to give us water. He's going to give us food. All right, Isaiah 65 says, my servants shall eat. All right, but ye shall howl in vexation for vexation of spirit.
Yep.
You know, so the Lord, He's going to have His elect. You know, at times we're going to be eating steak, eating ham, drinking wine, have our wives, you know, being in that spirit of in that merited spirit, you know.
Yep. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11. Matter of fact, before I get that, I want to get this real quick, right? Because see, everything the brother was mentioning, 2/3 of our people, they want it right now. They don't want to wait on the Lord to receive those things. That's the difference between them and the elect. See, the elect are willing to go through the discipline, denying their flesh, not having instant gratification, but rather delayed gratification, so that they can obtain it being established by Yahweh Shema Shai in righteousness. But rather, 2/3, they get it right now, whether it's by left hand means or not. They want it right now because they can't. They have no patience. That's why the scripture say, woe unto you that have lost patience. What will you do when the Lord shall visit you? Because Yahweh Shah is going to return, and every man is going to have to give it according to their works. So when Yahweh Shah returns, He's going to bless His elect, because the elect were willing to wait and go through the pain discipline. That's why the scriptures say, I know thy works and thy patience. You know, the Lord knows our patience. He knows our sufferings that we're going through. Lord willing, we be a part of that elect number. All right, but 2/3, they're going to have to learn the hard way. You know, Shalom, brother. But I wanted to get this real quick, because it's basically the type of spirit that our people are in. I'm trying to find it. I think it's in one of the books of Corinthians, where it says how I would that we would reign with you, roughly paraphrasing. Let me see if I can find that real quick. It might be the 8th chapter.
Where's that?
It's type in Bible Kashar. Can you type in reign with you? Because basically 2/3 in that spirit where they want the kingdom right now. You know, but it's not meant for us to have the kingdom. This is not our rest on this side. You know, we're supposed to have the kingdom on the next side in righteousness. But that's in one of the books of Corinthians.
1 Corinthians 4:8.
Oh, okay, the water.
I'll read it.
Come on.
It says 1 Corinthians 4:8. It says, Now ye are a fool, now ye are rich. Ye have reigned as kings without us, and I would to the Most High ye did reign, that we also might reign with you.
Right. So 2/3, they want to reign right now. They want the kingdom right now. Okay. But see, They're reigning without us. Because look, okay, even if you did sell out and you get them goodies on this side, your nation is still in poverty. Your nation is still under the curses. So yeah, you might be balling, but your nation is still not balling, man. So we would, what he said. He said, I would to the Most High you did reign, that we also might reign with you. See, we want it we want a righteous kingdom where not only the elect is going to be winning, but all Israel is going to be winning, man. Okay, of course they're going to be set apart on a different level, but nonetheless, that's what we're looking for. That's where our mindset is on, man.
Right, because when you're a true king, everybody has a piece of the pie, so to speak.
Right.
You know, with these rappers, you know, these celebrities, you know, even LeBron James. I remember when he lost in the finals back in 2011, people was getting on about him choking in the playoffs in the championship. You know, he was saying, yeah, pretty much he was really saying like he got all this money, but yeah, you people, y'all live regular lives. Y'all gotta go back to y'all miserable lives, you know. But I got money. You know, that's not a real mentality of a king. You're gonna make sure everybody, all of your people are straight in the kingdom of heaven. That's how it's gonna be. Yahushua, he gonna rule, and all the Israelites, we all gonna be eating.
That's right.
You know,
that's right.
Even with King Solomon, when he fell out, she thought one of the doorkeepers or one of his servants was the king.
That's right.
You know?
That's right, man. And that's the kingdom that we're looking forward to, man. You know, brother put up a precept, Na'ar Kalaya Bon Yasharala, Luke 6:24, but woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation.
Yeah, that's the spirit I was thinking about that. You know, consolation goes into like a comfort.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you already receive your gift, so to speak. The scripture says that a gift throweth the heart. You know, so that's why people are destroyed. They get a little bit of, like I said, on good times. I finally got a piece of the pie. You know, so they get a little piece of the pie and they comfortable. They don't tend to seek the Lord. And it says in Proverbs, I think like 30, that
give me neither poverty nor riches.
Right, because if you give me riches, like I will forsake my God.
Right.
You know, roughly paraphrasing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's right, bro. You know, Proverbs 30:7. 2 things have I required of thee, deny me not them before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me.
Right, so the Lord is pretty much keeping us even killed.
Yep.
You know, he's not giving us too much. He's not giving us little.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
He's giving us our daily bread.
Right.
Enough to complete the mission.
Right.
Because we got to understand that it's not meant for us to get everything on this side. The promises that the Lord has given us, that's going to be fulfilled on the next side. And you have to be willing to be patient to inherit those promises.
And that's the hard part, too. So
yep. No, you got it, bro. You in the spirit.
That's the hard part, too, because you see, the scripture says, give me not thy oppressors. So we seeing Edomites winning. We seeing 2/3 winning.
Shalom.
We seeing all these people winning, you know, and we know we kings, so it's in our heart. We want that.
Right.
You know, but like you said, you know, it's not for us to get it on this side.
Right.
You know, so you got to be patient. You got to be thankful for what the Lord, you got to be thankful for the daily bread that the Lord gives you. At least you have a house, you know. If you do have a car, at least you have a car that you can ride. They can get to work. They can get to work in, you know.
Yep. That's right, bro. And another thing too, you got to understand is like whatever the Lord gives you, that's what's needful for you to maintain in the truth, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't be putting blame on the Lord because you may have something or you might not have something. At the end of the day, that's what's needful for you to stay in the truth and be fruitful. That's what it's all about. See, you can't get caught up with the lifestyle, the perks, the lavishness, man. The Lord called us into a walk that requires a great deal of being stoic, you know, and having patience and delayed gratification, you know. But going back to Proverbs 30:9, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my power in vain. You know, so basically, the Lord doesn't give us too much or he doesn't give us too little. He gives us exactly what we need, man, to complete the mission. You know, but I also wanted to grab this point because, you know, it's going to take patience in order for us to inherit the kingdom. Okay? Let me get this real quick. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 35, cast not away therefore your confidence, which hath great recompense of reward. For ye have need of patience, that afterward ye have done the will of Yahweh Shemashai, ye might receive the promise. For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. You see? So the point is, the Lord is going to come back, man. And he's going to make his return. And he's going to give every man according to his works. But if you weren't faithful enough to endure through it all, hey, you know, you're going to be destroyed. You're not going to get that reward of the kingdom of heaven, man. Because, hey, just like how our forefathers all had to wait upon the promises, same thing for us, man. Okay? You know? Shit, the apostles been laboring for decades. You know, but yet they're still faithfully enduring. So whatever time you came into truth, hey, it is what it is. You got to drink of that cup, man. You want to see the next side? You want to be a part of that elect? This is a part of the battle. This is the conditions of the battle, man. You know? So either you go through the pain of discipline or the pain of pleasure. The pain of pleasure is going to come on the back end. See, that's what it's like when you make a deal with the devil. Esau, you make a deal with the devil, you sell your soul, you sell out, you get the goodies right now, but sooner or later, either you end up dead, you end up in prison, you know, so on and so forth, man. You know what I mean? And all them goodies that you once had is gone. But when Yahweh Shemashai, you make a deal with the Lord, you go through the sufferings right now. But in the latter end, just like Job, the Lord gonna bless you more than your beginning. You know? So I got one last unless you want to grab something real quick, bro.
You read Sirach 18 already?
No, that's beautiful. Beautiful. You can grab that.
This is Sirach 18 in verse starting at 30. It says, "Go not after thy lusts, but refrain thyself from thine appetites."
Right, man. So you really be in the mindset of learning how to deny yourself. Okay, because I remember hearing the elder Zahab say this: discipline is what sets you apart from being a nigga. Discipline is what sets you apart from being a 2/3. You know, the difference between the 1/3 and the 2/3 is that the third has discipline. Okay? You know, so you have to be in a spirit to refrain from your appetites. Refrain from the carnalities and the pleasures of the flesh. And no, it's not easy. The scriptures speak about he that escaped from sin have suffered in the flesh. Yeah, your flesh is going to go through that pain. Just like when you're getting off certain drugs or alcohol, right? You go through withdrawal symptoms. You got to go through that painful process. But at the end of that is what? You breaking free from an unhealthy addiction. You know? So it's the same thing in righteousness. You know what I mean? We're going through the fire right now, but at the end of it, come forth as gold. You know what I mean? You got a little more on that?
Yep. Give me 1 second.
Good, bro.
I just want to grab this quick precept real quick.
Yes, sir.
This is Philippians 3 and 19. I'm gonna read it in the NLT. It says they are headed for destruction. Their God is their appetite. They brag about shameful things, and they think only about this life here on earth. That's how 2/3 of our people are. You know, it says in the KJV that whose God is their belly. You know, so they, you know, so really, their God is themselves.
Right.
All right. Their fleshly desires. You know, and when you in that flesh, you know, when you lusting after the flesh, you know, it's really, it's like a, it looks good on the outside, but really inside it's not. Once you in that moment, we was just talking about that. Once you in that moment, you know, all these fleshly desires, they're not really all that. They're all overrated at the end of the day. You know, spiritual. Seeking after the spirit, you know, is way better, man. All right, because this is spirit, this is life.
Right.
You know, these scriptures, this is really life. You know, the hopeful elect, we're truly living now.
Yep.
You know.
Hey, the scriptures say necessary patience, you know, is needed when you're seeking the Lord, and instead of he that lived his life without a guide. 2/3 don't have a moral compass. Right. Their moral compass is whatever their own belly and whatever their own desire is. You know, just please the flesh. Do as thou wilt. That's their moral compass. But with the elect, we have, Lord willing, we be a part of that elect number. You have to have that necessary patience, man. That trait to be able to have long suffering and delayed gratification in order to please the Lord, man. You know what I mean? Is there more on that, Sirach?
Yep, Sirach 18 and 31. It says, "If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her."
You meaning you just feed the flesh whatever it want? Oh, the water, bro. Na'ar Kalaya. On Yasharallah, Sirach 20 and 32, necessary patience in seeking the Lord is better than he that leadeth his life without a guide. The water, bro. Appreciate that.
Sirach 18 and 31, if thou givest thy life the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock to thy enemies that malign thee.
And what? If you're constantly feeding the flesh, constantly just adhering to the ways of the flesh, that's going to give your enemies the one up over you, man. Because you're too addicted to your vices.
That's why 2/3 Esau Edom looks at 2/3 of our people as a joke. You know, you got Kevin Hart, you got what's that one dude? I can't pronounce his name. He be on the podcast, not podcast, but on the YouTube, like K Knet.
Yep.
You know, just clowns, man. You know, even that dude Drewski.
Yep.
You know, all these different dudes, they're all clowns, man.
Yep.
And Esau just laughs at them, man.
Yep.
You know, and I went over in one of my sins, I think yesterday or something like that. You know, when he sees us being destroyed, you know, that's just prolonging their kingdom. So
right.
You know, the longer the more that we further away from Yahweh Shema Shai, the longer rulership that Esau has.
Yep.
You know, so he loves it.
That's right, bro. That's why they're constantly trying to get us to go off, constantly trying to get us to indulge in the flesh, because they know when we're separated from our power source, they can get the one up over us, man. That's why it's very important to deny your flesh, because that's what the enemy tries to do. He tries to throw bait, things that entice you, right? That's why the scriptures say in 1 Peter 2:11, dearly beloved, I beseech you, as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts, which war against the soul, man. The battle for your spirit is a battle for your soul. And your fleshly lusts can make you lose the battle. That's why the scriptures say wine and women will make a man of understanding to fall away. You know, if you're indulged in the things of the flesh and the cares of this life, it can make you unfruitful. That's that seed sown amongst the thorns and got choked up. You know, and if you're unfruitful in the truth, you're unfruitful in the ways of righteousness, then your enemies can get the one up over you, man. You know, but I got this pre right here. I guess we could wrap it up with this, you know.
I had one more.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
Sirach 18:32 says, take not pleasure in much good cheer.
Woo, be a stoic. Be a stoic. Stoics are disciplined. They're not all about chasing the cares and the things of this life, man. Hey, good precept, Mark 4:19. That's it, bro. That's it. I'm going to read it real quick. It says, the cares of this life, it's like in the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches and the lust of other things entering, choke the word and it becometh unfruitful. That's everything we talking about. That's what the flesh is all about, man. But being too wrapped up in the flesh is choke your spirit, man.
Yeah, the scripture says a wise man scarce smile.
You
know, so we ain't, of course we smile, you know, we don't have that that mean mug 24/7. You know, but we have that mean mug more than we have that smile.
Yep.
You know?
That's right.
It says, take not pleasure in much good cheer, neither be tied to the expense thereof.
Right, man. You don't want to be caught up with the pleasure and the cares of this flesh, man.
Scripture says, no man that worth entangle himself with the affairs of this world. You know, so we in war right now, so we can't be entangled and engulfed with the ways of America.
That's it. That's it. That's beautiful, bro. This is 1 Corinthians 11:31. For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. You see, so right now we're through the pain of discipline, the pain of chastisement, right? And like the Apostle Paul said, no chastisement of the present moment seemeth to be joyous, but is grievous or grievous. That's how you pronounce it. But he said, but nevertheless, afterward, it yields the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. So the present moment, the present chastisement that we're going through, okay, it's grievous. But at the same time, after it all, it's going to build up our spirit. We're going to receive the pleasure of discipline in the long run. Okay, it's just like if you are training to be raw at a sport, right? When you're going through them practices, you're going through them trainings, and you know, you might not be good at the sport when you first start off, and you're going through them grueling practices and training sessions and whatnot. After some years go by of you staying disciplined, you staying consistent, hey, you're going to start to be raw. But you had to go through the discipline first. Then you became raw as time went by and you stayed consistent in it. But you could have just been a nigga, right, who got talent, and he don't train, he don't work hard, he not disciplined. And if you always see it, those dudes always fall by the wayside. You see it, man. Even dudes who go to the pros, they might have had talent in high school, had talent in college, you know, maybe had talent when they first started off in the pros, but because they didn't the fact that they had talent and they didn't have discipline and hard work to couple that, they ended up falling by the wayside and got washed away with the competition, man. You know? Discipline is what's needed, man. And that's what Yahweh Shemashai is teaching us. He's teaching us to be challenged and be disciplined right now so that we don't fall away and we don't get destroyed with the rest of the world. Because the Lord's letting the world just go off in their folly. Live it up right now, that YOLO lifestyle that I will. But they're going to have to pay for it in the time soon to come. While the elect going through there now and are going to rejoice in the time soon to come. You know? But that's the point on that right there. You know, Abarat Zadas was edifying. We're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and others, great most and ever well. Peace and blessing to the elected nation of Israel, to the members of the elect, tuning in truth and sincerity. Shalom, Ababa Kwam Yasharala.